Before I talk about my committee, I want to discuss and recognize our past chairman, Ray Hendrick. He retired about the middle of the year. He was the real deal. He was an inspiring leader, but he was also our most energetic and enthusiastic member.
Yeah.
Ray was also known as the Bluebird guy, and he was a true environmentalist. He not only talked the talk, but he walked the walk. He had this diary that he kept his whole life. I mean, I think maybe from when he was a kid. He showed it to me. And, just pick a random date, 1991, September 10th, whatever. Got up this morning, saw a blue jay or cardinal in the bird feeder and 2 squirrels fighting. Okay, then at lunch I was taking a break and I saw a fox come out of the woods. I mean, it was crazy what that guy had. It was incredible.
It's pretty neat.
Also, the birdhouses.
Yeah.
He built a lot of birdhouses, which incidentally turned out to be a maintenance problem a little later on for us, but I think Stephanie and Autumn and all of us worked it out because they all need to be actually maintained. You have to clean them out every year. But he liked nothing better than get a group of kids together. He'd show them how to build a birdhouse, and he built a lot himself as well. He also loved running his bird walks through Central Park, and he was always happy when he was showing kids all that. Anyway, one of the things, and I want to tie this into one of our other projects, and it was actually started by Sean maybe 5 or 6 years ago when he was on the EAC. He came up with the idea of using a magnet as a fundraiser. And, like most things, Sean has great ideas, and then I have to close on them. So we came up with the magnets that finally got approved and made up. I just picked them up literally hours ago. And to pay homage to Ray, they have bluebirds. So these are magnets and we did date them so that every year there will be new ones, and all the cool kids will have to have the new magnet. So
Collect them all.
Exactly. And they have a green border, which is the EAC, but our hope was also to make them a general magnet for the township. So what I wanted to do was,
You're gonna send
$5.
You're gonna send one to Ray?
I will send it to Ray, but you get the first one.
Do you want $5?
Autumn and Stephanie will be in charge of collections.
They're really beautiful. Her customer.
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, that's nice.
So they'll be available in the office. Somehow we're going to work that out. Anyway, the EAC meets once a month, the second Tuesday of every month at 7 o'clock. It's a great meeting. We have a lot of fun. Anybody is welcome to come. Our members are, the vice chair is Don Richardson. His area of interest is trees. Janine Mitchell, she is awesome, ex-school teacher, keeps us all in line and corrects all our paperwork. Her area of interest is native plants, gardens, Birdtown, riparian buffer. She's probably the most energetic member of our committee right now. Martin Brooks, awesome, arborist. I did make one sort of decree that I had a goal when I took over as chairman, that we move to a paperless committee, that we try as hard as we could to do everything digital and save the trees. Ironically, Martin, being our arborist, has the hardest time wrapping his brain around that, but we're still working with it. He still keeps asking me, how do I get the email on my yellow legal pad? It's just not working. We've got Dr. Tanya Cassis from Del Val. Her areas of interest are climate change, food security. She's also was crucial to us putting together our fall speaker series. We had an amazing guy come out, Dr. Doug Ptolemy, and she was a liaison between us and Del Val University, where we got to use their auditorium, which we filled to standing room only.
Get out.
It was an awesome event and really worked out well, and we're going to try to duplicate that again this year. We've got Ann Woodbury, who's focused on native plants and gardens, and I'm into recycling and waste management. One of the things that it really stands out is in Central Park, and this is mostly through Janine and Ann, that they've been working very hard on the native plant demonstration garden, which is trying to show how important native plants are and how you can actually use them for your landscaping, and you don't have to necessarily buy the most expensive exotic stuff that any given nursery has. And so again, our goal is to make it so the cool kids do that. Ann worked very hard. We put together a booth for Bird Day, for A Day, the Birdtown booth. Janine's also been working on a riparian corridor map and mailing to all the residents that border water and everything. That's very important. We've worked very well with other EACs committees out there, and we run the summit. We hosted that for the last couple of years. We plan on continuing that. We also were involved somewhat in the Sowerman Pond remediation, which has yet to be resolved. Recognizing and managing the tree census for the township, recognizing the stewards/owners of the current record tree, which we did this year. And my personal crusade is recycling, and that ties into what Rick was saying earlier. Just like your cell phone or your cable service, if you're not calling these people once a year and just saying, hey, you know, I heard a better deal down the street, I think I may be considering a different supplier for trash, cable, internet, whatever it is. I've never gotten off the phone with anybody in a case like that where I called up and didn't get a few bucks knocked off my bill. So, you know, it's worth it. 10 minutes a year per service, it's well worth it. Also trying to emphasize how things like CFLs and LEDs don't just make sense for the environment. They make sense if you're in a business and you have maintenance and you've got to figure out how to change 1,000 light bulbs, you know, every couple of years because they're incandescent and they burn out. I mean, these things that are all environmentally sound often make economic sense as well. So, thanks a lot. Anybody got any questions?
Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you.
Very good, Sean.
Thank you.
Thank you.